Hey guys, welcome to A Million Things About Japan. I'm Machiko. On each episode, I would like to introduce things related to Japan. It can be Japanese food, culture, customs, and more. But something unique, something really Japanese, and hopefully something new to you. So please subscribe to the channel and find out what Japan has to offer. よろしくお願いします。Around this time of the year, if you have a chance to visit shrines in Japan, you may see small children with their parents dressed up in traditional clothing. November 15th in Japan is known as Shichi-go-san, and families with children aged 3, 5, and 7 visit shrines around this day. Shichi-go-san is not a national holiday, but visiting shrines to celebrate Shichi-go-san is one of the oldest Japanese traditions. So I would like to talk about it today. Let's get started. First, Shichi-go-san means 7, 5, and 3 in Japanese. I will explain the reason why it is these specific numbers, but Shichi-go-san is the day to appreciate and pray for the safety of children and for continued good health. According to my research, Tokugawa Tsunayoshi, the fifth shogun during the Edo era, prayed for the health of his frail son on this day, and this tradition of praying for a child's healthy growth eventually spread to the common people. It originated from the 3 different ceremonies that were held at the age of 3, 5, and 7. These customs eventually became Shichi-go-san today. Let me explain these 3 ceremonies. The first ceremony was called kamioki, and it was for celebrating a child at the age of 3. Kamioki literally means hair and to place. During the Heian period, it was believed that keeping a baby's head clean would prevent illness and encourage healthy hair to grow. So it was customary to have the child's head shaved until they turned 3 years old. This older tradition was originally practiced for both boys and girls. I think many Japanese people nowadays believe that the traditions of Shichi-go-san for girls are at age 3 and 7, and for boys at age 5. But in the past, the kamioki tradition was for both boys and girls at age 3. Also, part of the kamioki ceremony was for children at age 3 to start growing out their hair. They put cotton on their child's head to represent gray hair, because gray hair symbolized a long life. Age 3 was considered a turning point of a child's development from baby to child, and after the kamioki ceremony, boys grew out their hair to have it tied up, and the girls grew their hair to be long and beautiful. The second ceremony was called hakamagi, and it was for boys at age 5. In this ceremony, a boy put on hakama for the first time, which is a traditional Japanese garment worn over a kimono for formal occasions. In the early Heian period, this hakamagi ceremony was held among aristocrats regardless of gender at around the age of 3 to 7. Over time, this ritual spread to samurai and commoners alike. By the Edo period, it became a ceremony for boys only at the age of 5. For the hakamagi ceremony, boys stood on the board used for go. This was to symbolize taking over the world and face the direction considered lucky to pray for his future success and to celebrate joining the male society. The last ceremony was called obitoki and celebrated by girls at age 7. Obi is a sash for a kimono, and toki in this case means to untie. Back then, instead of using obi, children's kimono had strings sewn into them so that it was easy to wear and easy to take off. For this obitoki ceremony, a child stopped wearing the child version of kimono and started wearing the regular kimono with the obi, just as adults did. This represented a transition from childhood to adulthood. During the Muromachi period, this ceremony was performed by both boys and girls around the age of 9. But during the Edo period, it became a ritual only performed by girls at age 7. Unlike today, medical care was not advanced at the time, so sadly, child mortality was high, and it was not easy to raise a child safely. So, 3, 5, and 7 were considered important milestones of childhood growth, and it led to Shichi-go-san rituals. I hope you now have a general idea of the origin of Shichi-go-san. Let's move on to the next question. What day is Shichi-go-san? As I mentioned at the beginning, Shichi-go-san is November 15th. It is not a national holiday, but it is a well-recognized day among Japanese people. There are various ideas as to why this day was chosen. Some say that during the Edo period, the Tokugawa shogun prayed for his unhealthy son on that day. Others say that it was because adding 3, 5, and 7 totaled 15. I never thought of it that way, but that's true. For me, November 15th is my dad's birthday. For that reason, I never forgot Shichi-go-san. Or, because of Shichi-go-san, I never forgot my dad's birthday. Next, the bigger question is, what do people do now to celebrate Shichi-go-san? Obviously, babies don't shave their heads anymore, and the kids don't wear kimono anymore either. There are no more kamioki, hakamagi, or obitoki traditions. Traditionally, we now visit the shrine dedicated to the guardian deity of the land where you live, known as the Ujigami-sama. That said, it does not have to be Ujigami-sama, and you can go to any shrine you like. If you want, you can make a reservation for Shichi-go-san's special prayer at the shrine. It is very common to dress the child to be celebrated in a traditional kimono. My older brother is 3 years older than me, so my parents celebrated our Shichi-go-san when he was 5 and I was 2. Unfortunately, I don't remember anything, but I still have photos from when I was very young wearing a kimono and my brother was wearing a nice blazer. For Shichi-go-san, when I was 7 years old, I remember that I visited the shrine in Kamakura with my parents. I did not wear a kimono, but I was dressed up very nicely. Another thing I want to introduce about Shichi-go-san is chitose-ame. If you see families celebrating Shichi-go-san at the shrine, you may notice kids holding a long paper bag. The bag is for the special Shichi-go-san candies called chitose-ame. The word chitose means 1,000 years old, and ame means candy in Japanese. So, chitose-ame is a gift from parents wishing for their children to live a long life. Since the candy can be stretched, it is considered a lucky charm associated with longevity. The candies symbolize long and thin and tenacity. Eating these long candies on Shichi-go-san is a way of praying for the child to grow up healthy and strong. Usually, chitose-ame is a set of 2 in a bag, red and white, which are known as auspicious colors in Japan. They look very festive as well. Chitose-ame was originally given as a gift when requesting a Shichi-go-san prayer at the shrine. However, many shrines sell chitose-ame, and you can purchase them at the shrine even if you are not requesting a Shichi-go-san prayer. Although the bags of chitose-ame sometimes have popular characters or other designs that children like, the ones purchased at shrines generally have auspicious objects, such as pine trees, plum blossoms, cranes, and turtles on the bag. Chitose-ame bags with these designs are very colorful and look great, and are very Japanese. I don't remember much about my Shichi-go-san experiences, but I still remember that I was looking forward to chitose-ame. To me, it was like a gigantic, unusual-shaped lollipop, only available around Shichi-go-san. On one of my tours recently, I saw the special Shichi-go-san display at the main hall of Meiji Shrine. It was located where the ema are hanging. Emma is a small wooden tablet that you can write your wish on and dedicate to the shrine. They put up a display that features a big tree trunk. Children can write a wish on a piece of wood shaped like a leaf. Then they can hang those leaves on the tree trunk display. Every time I go there, the tree has more leaves, and I think it is very cool. If you have a chance, please check it out. Other than visiting a shrine, one of the popular things to do for Shichi-go-san is taking a family portrait at the photo studio or hire a professional photographer and have family photos taken at the shrine or a park. I have never done that, but I believe that especially for small girls, choosing a kimono they like and dressing up, and maybe putting on a bit of makeup can be very exciting. After taking family photos, many families spend a good time together while enjoying a nice meal. Shichi-go-san is a special day for families with small children to spend together celebrating their children's growth. If you ever see one of those happy families at the shrine in Japan, you can tell them, おめでとうございます, which means, congratulations. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. I also have an Instagram account for A Million Things About Japan. I share additional photos and information about Japan. You can find the link in the description. What do you think about Shichi-go-san? Do you have a similar tradition or custom in your country? I would love to hear about it, so please leave a comment. Alright then, stay tuned for more episodes. またね。